Most people around me, they're always on their iPods or their cell phones, or even, their personal laptops on the bus. And one thing that I always notice is that, people, they're always, sitting inside of something or looking through a screen. We're usually sitting in our house, or sitting inside of our car, or sitting inside of a cubicle. And it's weird because all three of those things I just said, you're looking through a screen at the same time, or window. It's usually all by yourself. It's as if, the isolation that people have built themselves in caused a real disconnection from the interpersonal unity, being able to help one another just out of the genuineness of your heart. I feel like our hearts are turning very cold. And when our hearts turn cold, we don't care to pay attention too much anymore. I mean, we were taught to work for our independence. And we get independent, we forget about everybody, because we're independent. And when you look around you, that's usually the same thing that everybody else is fighting for. Themselves. It's like through the self-preservation instinct, we waste everything else. We don't preserve the street that, that we're walking on, or, no, I'm sorry, the street that we're driving on. I walk. I don't drive, really. I like walking, because it's peaceful, but you got to be careful, though. You can get run over today very easily. Take that advice from me. It's I look around me, people are so eager to cut in front of each other on the road. It just makes me happy that I'm not on that road. I'm on the side of it. But anyway, that whole nature of, self-seclusion is a very rapid thing today. It has been for a very, very long time. And through being disengaged, we really failed to acknowledge the oneness and the fact that when we do something, that still affects everybody else, whether or not we're thinking about it or not. And when you affect somebody with your action, you're bringing them a huge remnant of you. But most people, they don't think of it like that. If you acknowledge somebody else, that means they're probably in your way. And somebody being in your way, usually don't reach out to help them. You try to step on and use them, for leverage. Use them to get ahead. Leave them behind. You figure the important thing is your own success. And I think today is important for us to step back and take a look at, what success really means. I mean, a lot of people that, thought that, before today's time, that everything, that we were doing was correct, but it led us to this. It led us to a time of desperation. Where did this really, where did this really come from? Desperation. When we really have more, more than what we need. The world's problems aren't that complex. We make all the complexities, we make all of the distinctions, we make all of the isolations, we build all the walls, all the prisons. All this stuff comes from human. But we're searching for an answer. I don't know why. I think we're all prisoners of our own action if it's not leading towards freedom. And oppression is naturally going to cause human nature to act out in many, 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 many different ways. And it's going to be many ways that you don't quite get yet. Or it's going to be in ways that you're not even trying to understand. So you lock away the prisoners. You don't acknowledge the fact that, they might have been desperate. They might have needed money to eat. They commit armed robbery, and all you see them as is, just a problem that doesn't, they don't deserve the time to be heard. And so they can't speak through words. They got to speak through actions. They have to burn things. They have to rob people. They have to kill, even. You cause them to kill themselves. And this isn't to stand up for prisoners. I'm not standing up for anybody. I stand for myself. But they need to be heard, too. I mean, we all need to be heard and embraced. It's maybe the people that we have ignored for so long. They have the message. Whether you want to call them the criminal or the saint or the crazy person, or even a person that was never seemingly successful to you. They all have something that we need. And it's something that we need to be paying attention to. But we got to stop being so isolated. Take care.